we're going to start talking about people that we think you should buy this week.
Target acquired.
Yes.
I'll let you reel off the first couple, mate.
Oh, yeah, it's seen as I've already been saying it for the past 3 goddamn weeks and never actually brought him in my team. Lockie Bramble is definitely a buy. He's still he's still at a break even of 17, average of 97. Fantastic. Sam Darcy, it's only if you trust Bevo, it could go absolute sideways. Ollie Dempsey, I think he is the main forward to bring in right now at the moment. 219K, still a negative 19 break even. Draper, yep, because we don't have any other defenders to really go, but still a little bit worried about the job security. You could bring in Tom Brown from Richmond. He's just going to be one of the top defenders this year. So
and
I think
probably as cheap as you're going to get him.
Yep, 100%. He's going to just keep on rising. Dane Zorko. Now, this one could be a little bit controversial, but that halfback role is super juicy. Think that Dacos, she's a roll.
We're not here to sit on the fence. Like we like picking some from left field who like they work out and some don't. But when we talk about someone whose first game last week playing against Collingwood, who generally have a very good defense, scored 127 in his first game as a running defender. I really like what I'm seeing there.
Yep, no, I'm right there with you, mate. Absolutely. Also, too, Paul Vards just said you boys must stop coaching the Whisperer. He is the top of the AFL part of the Supercoach World Cup. You're 100% right there, mate, but who the fuck do you think made his team for him? So I will keep coaching him. And as I said, are you telling me that I'm putting on this fucking oversized nappy and you're not playing the gun shop for fuck's sake? Brilliant. Unfortunately, mate, you're going to have to sit there in your nappy for the rest of the night. Maybe drink a couple of beers. You might be able to get there yourself. McGovern, yep. Puddin, you can have a go on him. I don't hate it. Just be very worried about him playing forward this week and the injuries that we're a bit concerned on. Nick Velustrian, been on an absolute tear lately. 2% of teams currently, and he is going. I reckon he could go pretty well again this week, Horsey boy.
What about this next guy?
Give on to the people.
This is why I'm hot.
Bang, bang!
That's the hot guy. Lockie Whitfield. Let's bring him in, ladies and gentlemen. I'm picking that he's going to go large this week against the Gold Coast Suns. Tommy Green, he's just a stud. He'll rise price again. Could be a good seed option. Lockie Miller, Sam Flanders, Matt Rowell, all of them don't historically score that well against GWS. You could probably even fade Flanders if you wanted to. I've bought him in at the moment, though. James Warple is almost in career best form when talking about Supercoach. Looks in the mids for Hawthorn. Jordan Clark, we've gone through his stats before. He's scoring his points without taking any kick-ins. They're looking to use his run and carry out of defense, and I really like that. He has top 10 defensive upside. He's a top 6 defender. Need I say anything more? Matt Roberts is an interesting one. So people are going to use this guy and get off him to go into a primo. But I'm going to encourage people that when Sydney's bye comes around next week to hold him, because he's going to get that defensive dual status. We can flip him into our back line, bring in a rookie into our mids or our forwards, and then just run him as your D6 or your D7 for the remainder of up until the bye rounds. Or even if he starts to score that 100 on a consistent basis, then you could just hold him there. Like he's not level, but he's got some elite kicking skills, and we saw last week that Sydney looked to go to him whenever they can. And Tommy Powell.
That was the most encouraging thing, that Sydney are actually trusting him with ball in hand. That was a massive green tick that me and Mick both saw, and we went, if me and Mick see the exact same thing and the exact same role from someone on the field at that time, it's probably most likely a big tick. Lockie Bramble, for instance.
Yeah, that's right. Tommy Powell too. He's still got a negative break, even averaging around the 100 mark. Could be a primo this year for our forwards. And if you don't have him, I highly encourage you bring him in.
Hey, Horse.
Yeah.
Just quickly, mate. I reckon we change up that gunshot and we move it on to Tom Powell, because I reckon we're going to be talking about him a fair bit this year. And why give the gunshots and make Asa shit himself once a week when we can do it twice a week?
I would rate that.
Mick putting in the notes to change the sound drop to Pow Pow. Love that.
Just write myself some notes.
Nicky Martin. Yep, we're holding Nick
Oh,
Martin after that.
hang on.
What?
Jumping the gun.
I forgot we had a sound drop for that. That's fantastic work by you. Yep. The Catalina wine mixer. I love every single time that I mention Pow Pow. Definitely comes in with the Catalina wine mixer. I love that. This is going to be going on all year. Holds Nick Martin. Yep, we're holding after the BS that he pulled last week, which was just fantastic. Hayden Young. Yeah, I reckon we're still. If you have him, you're definitely holding. I wouldn't be buying him back in yet. Grundy. For God's sake, please hold
him
this week.
Hold.
They are playing West Coast. You hold Grundy versus West Coast every single day of the week. Blake Howes, a very late inclusion to our holds list, purely because Stephen May, Frothy's May, is back. So we love that. James Jordan, the closest hold that we're going to have right now, Mick, it is just there. If you get rid of him, I'm not completely angry about it. The boner is being held. We are everyone in the chat, hold your boner. It's okay. We're holding after that. Again, though, Wangadee Miller, the Wang could come out and have 35 disposals, and the boner could have nothing.
I do want to bring up just on the boner that he scored 107 Supercoach points last week, while also committing the record for most turnovers in one game. He had 17 turnovers. So 17 minus 4, what's that? Heaps. That's how many points he lost. The 68?
68, yeah.
He lost 68 points in turnovers. So that could have been an 177-point game for him.
Yep.
That's nuts.
Well, he wasn't going to go at 100%. Yeah, he wasn't going to go at 100% efficiency, but let's say at least 120 if he halved them.
Yep.
So, that would be absolutely fine there. I just want to quickly go, Deadly, as funny as that is, holding your Wang and your boner, please don't have both of them in your team. One's going to go well, the other one's going to shit the bed.
Yep.
So that's all right. Luke Jackson, definitely still holding, 100% still holding Jackson. Seth Campbell, and we are definitely still holding him. But Horse, if you have these guys in your time, I think it's time to sell. I really need to start jotting down what we have sound bites for and what we don't. Because we had that too.
Yeah, I've got heaps more, mate.
Oh,
So,
I love that.
Let's start off with DeGoey.
Mm-hmm.
If you've still got him, do we start? We can't name and shame because we can't tell who's got this guy in. But
there's a few people that have DeGoey still in the team. You've got to be kidding yourself, don't you?
Let's find him. He's
Good
at
Deadly.
442K. He's lost 97K already. He's averaging, what's he scored? 43, 96, 39, 55. He's got a break even this week of
outrageous
159. He's projected to lose another 43K. He's going to be 300 and something next week.
Ooh, my goodness me.
If you are one of the 4,159 people who are still playing Supercoach and for some reason still hold him, I would encourage that you boost and just get rid of him and go sideways.
Yeah.
Look, you could go sideways into Tom Powell.
Tom Powell.
So
play the gunshot. No.
no, Asa will shit himself.
Yeah, I know.
Jack Billings, if you still got him, there's really only one soundbite, isn't there?
Mm-hmm.
He's gone.
He gone.
Jaden Shaw.
Yeah.
Tom Lynch. I could just keep going. Jordan Dawson.
Normally, I would say about Tom Lynch, and for a player in his position, he's injured, so I hope he recovers well and everything like that. But he's a dick, so fair enough. Play the sound. That's fair too. Go on to Dawson.
Yep. Just before we continue on, Jamie Camilleri, Sonsi at Richmond and option.
I just quickly had a look. He's 150K forward, mate. 100% pay the extra 60K to get Ollie Dempsey into your team. Get Dempsey in. Yeah,
let's have a look here. Break even at 26, mate. Projected score of 31. They're not really picking it. Did he only play his first game last week? Yeah. So he scored 33 last week. I'd be waiting, mate. Just get some security around the role and what they're looking at doing with him. But it's a definite no at this stage, mate.
Wait, was he the sub? No.
No.
Was he?
No.
I know Lafau got subbed. I can't remember if he was the sub.
Nah,
If he
I don't
wasn't
think
the sub, then fuck that.
No. Noah Bolter, unfortunately, he's out 3 to 5 weeks. So
Yeah.
he's a sell if you got him. Nick Watson looks to have hurt his ankle and he'll be out for a couple of weeks. So
Yeah.
he's a sell.
Now, syndesmosis is 4 weeks.
4 weeks. There you go.
Yep.
So they bred him tough down at the Dogs because Bontempelli's playing through syndesmosis. Ollie Wines, he's out, hamstring complaint against Essendon. I'd be probably selling him anyway. His ceiling's not that great, and his consistency to get between 85 and 100 is awesome, but not for someone that you're paying that sort of cash for. Zach Fisher, he's a sell for me. We said earlier in the episode that you could drop 5K. Actually, you could save 5K and go him into Tom Powell, who has a negative break even. So let's do that.
Powell.
And Caleb Windsor. I think his time is almost up. He's a good young player and will be a good player for the Melbourne Footy Club for a long time. But when we're talking Supercoach, I think his time is nearly up and we can afford to go sideways into someone else.
Yep, I couldn't agree more there, mate.
Now,
absolutely.
I have another soundbite, mate.
Oh, yes.
Are you ready, kids?
Aye, aye, Captain!
Nah, I remembered that one. I knew we had that one.
That's it. So what we're going to do now is you're going to talk about 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18 players that we've done some research on that you could slap a VC or C on this week, mate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, unfortunately, I didn't have enough time to be able to check who was playing where, but you know, who gives a shit? You guys can figure that out yourselves. If you have any other captain choices that you think are on the bubble for it, please put it into the chat because I'd love to see if you guys pick any of these or you have any other different ones from these.
Absolutely.
First of all, Luke Ryan, 168 last time versus the Blues. We love that. Most of these are the last time that they played the team that they're playing this week. And we're going off of historical stats. Tom Green, 147 versus the Suns. Isaac Heaney, 150 versus West Coast. The stats were dropped in there with his 4 goals, 1 and however many tackles and 22 disposals. And now he's playing midfield. Oh, God, yes, please. Zach Merritt, 168 versus Essendon last time they played. That was in the wet too. And Zach Merritt still scored that. Tingles, 156 versus Geelong, and we know that Geelong are some of the worst, the best teams to play ruck against. I have to check how Conway did, actually, though, but that was against Hawthorn, so who cares? Bontempelli, 146 last time out against Geelong. Lockie Neal, 176 last time out against North. You have him. Yep.
Sorry, I'll just interrupt you, and you haven't brought this guy up yet, but Lockie Neal. Travis Lupke's just put in the chat that Neil scored 150 last time against North Melbourne. He actually scored, as we can see on the screen, 176 the last time against North Melbourne.
And that's exactly what I just said as well, but that's okay.
We're
right there. That's absolutely
sorry.
fine. I think it was
sorry, Dad.
3 times ago. That's fine. Rory Laird, 130 last time out against the D's. Sex Track, Christian Petrarca. He had quite a game last time because Oliver took the piss. But the game before that against Adelaide, he scored 189. So Christian Petrarca could definitely be a question there. Dan Houston had 156 last time against Essendon. That was obviously bolstered by the fact that he kicked the goal after the siren to win the game. Did I want to put him in there as an actual C option? No. Did I want to remind Horse about Houston winning the game after the siren against Essendon? Maybe. Grundy, 144 last time against West Coast. This is why I bring this one up, Horse. This one especially. 144 for Grundy last time against West Coast. Do you remember what happened last time that Grundy played West Coast?
He got 144.
Correct. He also was playing for the Demons at that time.
He was.
Max Gawn played in that game.
Yeah.
Yep. Gawn played in that game, and Grundy still had 144. He only played 30% of time in ruck, and he had 144.
I'll tell you what, if they end up playing McGovern up forward too, that could be a feast.
Oh my God.
And furthermore, I've got another text while we've been here on the podcast tonight. West Coast are bringing in Rotham into the squad. Josh Rotham, who's another big defender, which probably further sort of solidifies that they are looking at sending McGovern forward.
So they'll go Rotham and Barris. And
Harris.
I know I can't remember. I remember looking at the stat, but Rotham, like he averages giving up like 1.3 goals a game or something like that, which is ridiculous that he's able to give up that many goals a game. Bleached arsehole, for everyone that doesn't know who that is, that's Chad Warner. Because he sent what? He had 135 last time out against West Coast.
Mm-hmm.
Rowan Marshall, last time that he played Richmond, he had 146. They had no Nank there.
That was against Samson Ryan. Yep.
Correct. So it's there because I did people that were over 130 last time they played, but, that's what you do. Here we go. Bit of love for the people that got shit on last week by having, Errol. He had 164 last time out against West Coast. Took the absolute piss out of them. So
let's have a look at him quickly. Yeah.
Yep. If you still had him, there could be a little bit to be happy about this week.
Break even of 124. Last time we played West Coast, 164 points at the SCG.
Yep. Absolutely smacked them all over. So we like that. Connor Rosé, if you have him, 141 against Essendon last time out. So there's a little bit of something there for you. And how about this? The guy that I've gone for squeeze of the week because I'm backing in my stats, Clayton Oliver. Last time he played Adelaide, he absolutely mauled them. 176 against them last. So there'll be a little bit in that. And if Matt Crouch is in there, that even furthers my point of Clary going large this week. So I do like that.